Welcome to GS. Plays a game developed by Storm called Danmaku Ducks. Storm has a channel on YouTube called Storm. He's also a viewer of GS. He was a beta tester on Infernal Racket. You can also check this game out on itch.io and purchase it or download it for free.
Pretty good bargain.
Press duck to start. Duck is enter.
No, don't. Okay, I was gonna say, is it the down on the D-pad button?
No, it is not.
Is it the space bar?
It is not.
Is it Z? It's actually, yeah, you're like you said, the enter key.
So, oh, we can do a duck creator. We can create our guy. Apparently.
Let's actually do that. Yeah.
Press enter. Press enter.
Oh yeah. So there's no gamepad support that we know of. We ended up using Joy to Key to set this up.
Right.
But I will say, the music, Joe and I exchanged a glance earlier at this music. With all like the effects of the sound effects of ducks.
Well, we're GS. So
like
you gotta take the demon horns.
I quite enjoyed it. Bluck, polar fluff, headless, but with horns.
Or is there a zombie one?
I saw a Lamau. Oh, that's great. Ah, memes.
Here we go. Skeleton.
I love memes. All right.
Yeah, we'll go with the skeleton. We should at least check them all out. There really is a lot. There's effort.
Yeah, there's so many different.
Put into customizing your guy. I never would have done this.
This is a one-man project, by the way.
We can pick more skeletal.
Nice. Purple also.
There's just too much to choose from.
Pick all right, that's good. Gun, the default one. I assume there's no difference in the actual guns. That one looks cool. Pick that one. Or the guitar.
Let's pick a gun.
Spy gun. That looks like a spy gun that a spy would use.
Some of these are just palette swaps, but some of them actually look different. There's no feet. Oh, bones.
Oh, they're bones.
All right.
Cool.
This is the most mismatched mallard that was probably ever devised.
Oh, there you go.
All right. We're going to go to play. We are going to do arcade mode. We actually have not played the game at all yet. Noob, average, or master. Ducking, impossible.
Or WTHM, which I assume stands for what the hell mode. Let's begin.
We press X to jump, so it's a platformer, right? We did read the tutorial, but we did not actually play the game. So you press X to jump.
Looks like there's a tutorial built in. That's perfect.
So you can hold X, and while you're holding X, you fly.
So you defy gravity while you're shooting. There you go.
These are bullets.
These hurt you. Be careful. Try tapping C.
There we go.
Oh, I didn't see what that's...
We got a new bomb.
Oh.
That was just a bomb pickup.
Your only weak spot. Oh, yes, that tiny little circle right there. Oh, I like that. I like how the tutorial is built into the gameplay. It shows you your hitbox there. This. What is that?
Remember this. Jesus.
There's so many duck puns. I hope you don't get stuck. This is my kind of game.
Every time you fire a bullet, or a duck actually, it shoots a duck.
It does!
Every time you fire a duck bullet, it makes a quacking sound.
This is like, okay, there's a gun in Enter the Gungeon. You might know this. You might know this one, where it's a gun that is a bullet that shoots guns,
and there's also a shell that shoots shotguns.
Was that a separate one?
Yeah, I think that was in the expansion.
Oh, the one that I was thinking of, I think it was a gun that shoots bullets that shoots guns, and all those guns shoot little bullets, something like that. What is that kanji?
I don't know.
I'm ashamed that I don't know it. I feel like I should. It probably says Danmaku. Which, by the way, what is Danmaku?
This is a turtle with a duck for a head. Now, if you've ever played Contra 3 or Contra Shattered Soldier, I'm not sure if that's a reference to that, but there are turtles in those games that have little quirks to them, especially the one in Shattered Soldier. If you've never played Contra Shattered Soldier, well, don't look it up right now. Watch us play this. But after this,
this is cool.
Check out the first boss of Contra Shattered Soldier. Jesus, you'll have nightmares, but you know.
So, what's with the average count? I remember. I wish I had read the tutorial second time.
there's a mechanic in the game where the more bullets are on screen, the higher score you get, and scoring gets you extra lives.
Okay.
But I'm not participating. I'm just killing it. I imagine that comes more into play when you're fighting bosses or more difficult enemies.
Yeah, yeah.
I also do like that you can change direction. The control is pretty it's pretty intuitive. I haven't played a game that plays exactly like this before. It's like if you let go, shoot, you move along the ground, right? Mm-hmm. And it just plays like a platformer. If you hold X, you just start flying. And you continuously shoot. And while you're flying, if you press jump, you flip around and fire in the other direction. So it's sort of like Death Smiles, if you've ever played that one. So
nobody's ever
horizontally scrolling shooter.
Oh, is that what that was? What system was that for?
It was arcade and 360.
Oh, that's where I know it from.
Yeah, it's pretty well known. If you're into shmups, you probably know what Death Smiles is.
It was at your house.
Yeah, we might have played it together actually. I might have made you play it.
Maybe.
It's a pretty amazing game.
You owned a hard copy, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, if you like shmups, you know what Cave is. That's it.
Heck, even I know who Cave is.
Probably the biggest shmup company ever.
Look at his hit points. 260.
That's a lot of hit points.
That is a lot.
So, do we get any, we didn't get any power-ups. Maybe I missed them? Or maybe they're on it. Oh, that was faster than I thought.
Oh, that's a telegraph. That's a telegraph, I think. He's also invisible.
Yeah, we're actually damaging him from up here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's intentional. I think he did the music, too. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think
Pretty,
this is... yeah.
Pretty nice song.
Anytime you do a one-man project, pretty ambitious. Your ambition is pretty. That's what it is.
If you want to be a one-man game developer, I mean, first off, don't do it. It's crazy.
Yeah, you'll just suffer. Yeah.
But you have to master so many art forms, or at least you get to a passable level on on many art forms.
Or just fake it.
You can't really fake it though, because your game's not going to be able to come out.
Yeah.
You have to get to at least some level of... That's cute. You have to get to at least some level of proficiency.
So
a palm tree doing a hula hoop.
Look at the parallax in those clouds. That is a lot of layers of parallax. I'm on board with that. And they're reflected. They're reflected in the water.
Oh yeah, they are.
That's pretty cool. And I like that fuzzy effect that the clouds have in the water there. That's kind of neat. I always love it when there are pseudo 3D effects in games. You know, just by a trick of positioning that they just happen. Whoa,
we're underwater. Whoa, did you see that?
What?
Actually, when you stop shooting, this is what happens.
What?
This. I'm not pressing anything.
Oh.
It's just the way that the water works.
Oh, cool.
The water sends you right to the top. You float to the top. I guess because you're a duck. Right?
Oh,
does that
yeah.
make sense? Like
Sure.
a duck would maybe float to the top. I don't know.
Probably. It makes sense. Whoa.
Now we can't shoot up here, so well, let's go up anyway.
Hey, I wonder what's gonna happen here.
I guess we can't get hurt by the enemies. That's pretty nice.
Oh, I guess only their bullets will hurt you. Plus,
Yeah.
your hitbox is so tiny.
Yeah, the hitbox is minimal. The hitbox is always visible in this game. A lot of shmups most shmups don't actually show your hitbox. They do it maybe through the art. They'll show it just as the cockpit of the ship if you're playing as a ship, or in other cases like in the Toho games, when you press the slowdown button when you're shooting, like to do an alternate fire, that's when it'll show you your hitbox.
Oh, it actually shows it to you.
Yeah, it will show it to you, but only under certain circumstances. Like if you're holding a certain button.
Let me turn this down just
But this game always shows it to you. I'm not saying any way is correct or not correct.
I kind of like this, actually. I feel like having more information is always a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah.
I was just thinking
It's a more deliberate approach.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tiny little dot on the screen. It certainly doesn't detract from the game in any way, you know? People always throw around this word, which you may have heard of. It's a word called diegetic. You know what diegetic means?
Not at all.
So, for example, non-diegetic sounds are like the music in this game. Like, this music is not coming from any particular source inside the game. It's sort of like a meta element of the game. Music just always plays during this game, right?
Yeah.
But the sound effects that happen when you fire your gun, those are diegetic sound effects, because those are happening as a result of things that are actually happening. So, my point is, when you give the player extra information, like this hitbox. Whoa, ooh, look at that.
Oh, it's a duck whale.
A whale. That would be a non-diegetic marker, or I guess, however you want to call it. You know, aid, player aid.
I like how we didn't even discuss who was going to be playing this game.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
We just assumed it would be Joe.
It looks fun though. I want to try it when you're done. When you inevitably die, I'm sure it's going to get much harder. But then again, you are like the king of shmups.
I wouldn't say the king, but I played a little more than Ed. It's one of my favorite genres.
I actually watched on Twitch today somebody play their first Toho game.
I imagine that they died constantly.
They did. Is the music? It sounds like the music is muted here.
Because we're underground. Or underwater.
Yeah, well, that's one of those things that you kind of expect. Don't feed the shirks!
Oh, I bet they have duck faces or some kind of duck-like quality.
Will I hope?
Well, they do.
Oh!
I couldn't control anything. Was that because you were changing the volume?
No, it wasn't my fault. You became a duck pie. Holy crap.
No, I didn't have control.
You didn't have control.
Yeah, Ed, yeah.
I killed him. Well, my turn. No, I'm just kidding. Keep playing.
Oh, do we have to start over?
No.
I think we might have to start the whole game over. Let me get a sip real quick.
Oh, yeah. So we're back to Don't Feed the Shirks.
Okay. So Ed inadvertently killed me. Then Ed played us back most of the way here. I started playing again. We're going to see what happens when you feed the shirks and can actually move.
Wait, what if you die again?
I won't die. You were fine.
You son of a...
He ate me.
So you have 2 credits remaining. You have 2 credits, right?
Yeah, but I don't get to use them.
Is there... Maybe you're supposed to push another button?
I don't know.
Look at the,
There was no indicate. I didn't see any indication.
What's in the options again?
I don't know.
VSync. Oh, none of that. None of that.
We could reset all data.
Wait, can you practice? Can you just choose a level?
We can.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
To Milan. Yeah, here we go.
Whoa.
We can just skip ahead.
Well, yeah, but didn't you want to find out how to beat that?
I would like to know how that works, though. Oh.
Oh, okay. So the number on the right-hand side.
Check that out.
What?
I was gonna make a comment that the platforming doesn't really have too much of a purpose. You can just kind of fly everywhere. But
yeah.
It lets you move along faster, and you can do cool stuff like this.
Bomb stand. Oh yeah. So I forgot to mention this, but we played Dino Storm's previous game, which was called Dino Story.
Dino Story, yeah.
On the channel some time ago. Quite a long time ago.
Check out this lighting effect around our duck.
Pretty
Lights
neat.
up the background as we go. A lot of neat little effects, little background effects.
I would like to know.
Add a nice touch to the game.
Yeah. What was this made in? Do you know? Do you happen to know, Joe? What
I think it was
uses?
Game Maker.
Okay, because I mean that would be my first guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Dino uses Game Maker.
I mean, you either use Game Maker or you
Whoa.
don't.
Check this out. Oh, my legs! That was pretty funny.
I mean, there are only really a couple of options. Use Game Maker or use Construct, which is like the incredible minority. Probably.
Oh god, I think you're gonna take a hit there.
No, you
Yep.
did. Oh,
That
you
auto bombs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, we discovered that because Ed was playing and he kept taking hits and he was like, "Why am I not dying?" And it was auto bombing. This game auto bombs. And maybe just on the difficulty we're on. I'm not entirely
It
sure.
did say that. Yeah, it said like on the I think the 2 easiest difficulties in auto bombs. Now that I think about it. Yeah, some of this stuff, like this lighting effect.
Holy crap.
You know, that lighting effect is not something that just comes right out of the box in Game Maker. You actually have to know how to do that, you know, if you're using some sort of shader. Or
You just gotta time this.
yeah.
So here's a part where platforming. This is where you actually need to platform because you move faster when you're platforming.
I like how you run backwards.
Oh god. Yeah, I think it's so that you can keep your direction, but there's no way to change direction on the ground, but you don't generally need to shoot anything while you're on the ground. So
Yeah,
that's probably the thought there.
Actually, I kind of dig that the numbers, the health of each enemy is displayed there in number form. Because if it were my first choice, I would use a health bar, right? But a health bar would have to be the same size for every enemy. But that doesn't really convey how many hit points they actually have. It's just the percentage of hit points
Oh,
that
we
they
just
have
have to
remaining.
move through this like
Oh.
irritating stick style.
Irritating stick. We played that on the channel too.
Wait, can we get through here? We can. That's visually kind of hard to tell.
Oh my god. Wait, is it the white circle and the dot in the center, or is it just the dot? It might just be the dot. Because it looked like...
Oh, maybe it's just the dot. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. That could be the case.
We should find
I've
out.
been protecting the white circle.
So have I.
But, I mean, it's pretty small either way. The hitbox in this game is incredibly small.
In fact, could it be any smaller? Also, I just noticed that these platforms are ducks.
Oh, that was an auto bomb. Whoops.
So, Dino Storm, I got a question for you. What's with the ducks?
ask away.
What's with the ducks, huh?
You know, I've just always had a thing for birds. Ed from GameSoup. Anything else that you want to ask me? Dino Storm?
Yeah, where are you from, Dino Storm?
UK, I think.
I think. Okay, I think.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
So these are parts where platforming seems to come in handy a little bit more. Maybe not this part exactly, but...
You know what this kind of reminds me of, level design-wise, is a Kirby game. Because in some of the Kirby games, you can freely just fly forever, right? I think Kirby 64 was like that. Or maybe I'm thinking of the inverse of that, where Kirby
Holy
64
crap.
was the only one where you couldn't do that. Oh my god.
Because it keeps giving me speed, so I guess that's kind of the key here, is that I'm supposed to utilize that speed
There you
to
go.
move through this
This is a
at
large
a high
room.
speed.
But like in those games, those Kirby games where you can just fly forever, one of the most important ways to make it challenging is to make it useless. Make that flying ability useless by putting you in enclosed areas, you know, forcing you to actually platform.
I thought we were going to have to fight a lion's butt, but it turned out that it was actually a duck. This is a disturbing creature.
I also noticed that his hit points aren't on display.
They might be on display, but off the top of the screen.
Yeah, that's quite possible. I think it's just the bounding box of every sprite. Like top left corner displays the HP. I think what would be cool is if it was displayed in like bottom center maybe, just very slightly offset.
Maybe what we want to do, he comes up right under you pretty much,
Yeah.
so I think we want to just keep on moving over to the right here.
Yo, what's with the ducks? You got a thing for ducks? Joe?
do. I like all kinds of birds. Anything that's a bird, I'm into it.
I mean, to be fair, aside from chickens, ducks are like the coolest poultry, right? What are they called? Fowl? Is a duck a fowl?
Yeah? Yeah, it is.
What else is a fowl? Goose? A swan? They're
Yeah.
all fowl, right?
As foul as they get.
You ever have duck meat?
Yep.
Joe, I have a funny, quick little story for you.
All right.
I had this friend back when I was younger who...
Was it Danny?
It wasn't Danny, actually. It was another guy who was similar to him. Except this guy, he always
Similar to Danny. Oh
Yeah,
boy, you got
yeah.
some shitty friends. Anyway, sorry, I keep interrupting your story.
He always wanted to seem like he was on the up and up, even when he wasn't. Like he was quick on the uptake. Is that the phrase? Look at me talking about how other people are pretending to be smart, and I can't even form sentences.
So it's kind of hard to tell exactly what I'm shooting at here.
You're shooting at a pair of numbers. Yeah, the
enemy's invisible.
He is invisible, but as long as you remember the numbers in the top left corner, you always hit him.
I will hit him, but I think there should be some kind of visual indication of what I'm shooting at here. Just a little guy or something.
Just maybe just a
sprite there.
Yeah, sprite, or even just a faint outline. But
right.
So one time, oh yeah, that was just that level.
It was.
I was with this friend, and this is the kind of friend that he is. Or no, I shouldn't say that. This is the kind of person that he is. We were in Chinatown together with our parents because, again, we were very young. I was probably like 12, 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there. We walked by a restaurant that had Peking Duck and advertised it with a neon sign saying Peking Duck. And me and my dad and my sister used to go to Chinatown a lot. So we were familiar with the concept of Peking Duck. Like, they hang the dogs. They hang the ducks, right? They hang the ducks outside the windows. Well, not outside the windows. Just inside the windows. This story is going nowhere. Anyway, my friend looks at the sign that says Peking Duck and says, "Oh, I get it. Peking Duck." There was nothing to get.
He was an idiot.
There was nothing.
So Danny was a big.
That's
idiot.
not Danny. It wasn't Danny. But he was the kind of person who would try to save face by pretending to understand the non-existent joke.
Right.
I mean, everybody does that, right? To some extent. Maybe even rarely, but he was just that kind of guy. And it was one of the funny... My sister was with us, actually. In fact, she remembers it more clearly than me. She often
was it Alex?
Alex. Alex who?
He was kind of scruffy looking.
Oh, big tall dude, right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't him.
Alright.
No. This was... Actually, I don't think you've ever even... No, you've totally met this guy.
It was Siege.
It wasn't Siege. No. It was, Lewis. Do you know Lewis?
I don't remember.
I think you've met Lewis once or twice.
Alright, let's stop talking about Ed's old friends. I'm sure no one's going to be able to relate to this anymore.
Well, no, of course not. Well, no, of course not. Anyway, Peking Duck. You get it? The joke? Peking? I don't get it, because there's no joke.
Leave your best duck joke in the comments below.
Look
and
at this.
Dinosaur may use it in his next title, so...
Look, the point of that whole rant is... Dinosaur, what's with the ducks? That's all I'm trying to ask. That's all I'm trying to figure out here. Okay.
What was the name of this level? The Neon Jungle?
Neon Genesis Evangelion. I mean, it lives up
That's
to its
kind of
name.
cool that the effects all change. They all turn into like a white outline effect.
I quite like that.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. It's like almost like a wireframe effect.
Yeah. A lot of effort put into the game visually.
Yeah, like that didn't have to be in the game at all. Any of that stuff. That black and white
I feel kind of bad because I've been cutting a lot of corners in the game that we're making currently. You know, pretend I didn't say that.
No. It's not that. It's that when you compare others to yourself, you're comparing their spotlight. There's some saying that goes something like this, right? When you compare yourself to others, you're comparing their finest moments to your everything. So like all your worst moments and your middling moments and your okay moments. Like you see the highlight reel of other people's lives.
Yeah, well, it's why looking at social media, especially, social media, makes you feel more depressed because you're only seeing everybody else's best moments. And you think that their whole life is just their best moments. But really, they're spending a lot of time doing laundry, dude.
I mean, who isn't, right?
Oh boy, my bullet started bouncing off of something.
They did.
Bouncing off of nothing. Yeah, that's one... I don't understand why that's happening. Is it because of this guy?
You killed him!
I killed this guy, and now my bullets are not doing that?
You're right.
It wasn't exactly clear why that was happening.
Was he a villain?
I think so. That's a little bit weird. There's some things in this game that are a little bit unclear visually what's going on.
Yeah, I think just telegraphing a little bit.
Like the first boss, when you break the skin of the first boss and he becomes that undership. It's,
Look, it happened again.
It's visually...
It's still happening.
It's visually not clear what's going on because you can still hit the entire hitbox of that first boss in this game. Yeah, I think it's because of this guy. I think he was trying to tell us that this guy is the thing that fucks up our shot outside of the area, and then when we go inside and our shot starts getting fucked up, he probably has some kind of a radius of debuff.
Well, that's the right thought process.
That is the correct thought process. It's still a little bit confusing.
What the shit is this?
It's doing the...
Is there another guy to the right? There must...
It's sending the bullets...
Yeah, look, there he is.
In the wrong direction, but it sends it correctly sometimes here. It's a little wonky. The way that this works, it's not exactly clear.
Okay, what's the mechanic? Dinostorm,
player.
Leave a comment. How does...
Me, I'm the player right now.
How do you figure out where the bullets go? I mean, how do you determine when you coded the game, where do the bullets go? They always seem to go up and to the left. Is that like a hard-coded thing? They always go at 110 degrees? Or do they go direction plus 90?
I think if you want to debuff the player, I don't know, maybe slowing him down or something a little bit more obvious. Yeah, slowing down sucks too, though.
Slowing down is the worst thing.
Yeah, if you're going to debuffing the player is always a risky move.
If you're going to slow down the player, you're a real bastard.
Oh, this is going to be disturbing. I can tell. Oh,
what is it?
I just got hit.
It's a snake?
Bombed.
Is it a snake?
Yeah, he's a snaky duck.
Snuck.
You can see him in the background coming around.
That's nice.
Getting some Strider vibes here.
Yeah. Speaking of games that slow you down and stop you, two of my favorite action RPGs are Diablo 3 and Path of Exile. Both games are guilty of that.
Gotta get these coins.
Joe and I used to play Diablo 3 quite a lot together.
Sure.
Some of the elite enemies in that game have this attack that freeze you. They have these AoE ice attacks that just freeze you in place for like 2 or 3 seconds straight. Inappropriate.
Yeah.
Completely inappropriate and unacceptable game design. And Path of Exile is actually worse. It's much deeper mechanically. So there are that many more places to F up, if you will. And do things like that are completely unacceptable.
Hey, where are you going?
It just makes my blood
duck?
boil. I thought it was a snake. Like a
snake duck?
Snake duck. Maybe it is a worm, I don't know. I noticed that this is the attack pattern that the last boss had.
He is flipping out.
The last phase of the last boss. After you destroyed the shell, the duck
look at
shell.
him go.
Duck shells.
Oh wow, he turns into a skeletal guy. A lot of effort put into this title. Holy crap.
Whoa!
This is pretty neat. Pretty neat bullet pattern.
Yeah. I was not expecting this. And now he's a dragonfly!
It was controlled by a dragonfly all along.
Oh, I really like... Yeah, I love the...
I gotta give props to
Yeah.
the effort put into this boss.
You can almost feel the amount of heart that was poured into that. You win! Oh, that was funny.
I think Dinostorm really wanted to make this game.
Press duck. Did it go?
We're going. We're going.
yeah,
We're going.
Good.
So should we show the last level or should we wrap it up?
Let's go for it, dude.
All right, we'll go for it.
Because it's Skyward, and you're a duck. And I feel like that's the most natural place for you to be.
The only thing I was thinking was maybe we shouldn't reveal the whole game, but I do like that there's a practice mode and a level select mode that is not locked until you beat the game.
Yeah.
Because for YouTubers or streamers, it really helps to be able to jump ahead in the game, as you saw. We did play up to that point before because we didn't realize that we could have used the practice mode, but once we realized it, that we could just skip ahead. It is useful. It's kind of cheap. Like if you're actually trying to master the game, try to master the game and actually play it properly. But just to show the game on a YouTube video or a Twitch stream or something, it's perfect. I think that was a good choice. Dino.
That's a lot of bullets.
It is a lot of bullets. It was fun to dodge them.
I gotta
The
say,
bullets in this game are large.
they are. I kind of like that. Like, it's not very often that you see...
It's not common.
No.
It's more common to see more bullets, but much smaller bullets. And in this game, there's less bullets, but they're larger bullets.
Did you just destroy those bullets by shooting them? Oh no, they just disappeared.
I think they just disappeared. Yeah.
I like yeah, I like the chunkiness of these bullets. Like I can't recall the last time I saw something like that.
Like some shmups, though, most shmups actually, like bullet hell games, will have large bullets like that, but most of the bullets are smaller.
Right.
They'll have some large bullets here and there. Maybe a boss will shoot them or something.
Whoa! That was a rubber duck.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why that happened.
It when
Does
you
the rubber
touch
duck
it,
always do that? It just shoots a bunch of bullets.
yeah, it just shoots a bunch of
Oh, I
bullets.
see.
That's
Shoots like a wall of bullets
yeah.
if you touch the rubber duck.
it's for you to use. It's for your advantage.
I'm gonna use it to my advantage right now. Hiya!
Oh,
I didn't
you
do
did.
anything. I killed the guy already, so
Killed
it didn't matter. Well, fair enough.
I wonder how long this took to make. This is pretty this is pretty detailed.
It's pretty damn detailed.
Once again, I need to point out the layers of parallax. I'm a huge fan of parallax, and anything that's pseudo 3D gets an A+ in my book. Is that a mini boss? There's a mini boss.
If I could give, well, we've given a couple of critiques, but if I could give a critique, there's not a whole lot of utilization of the actual platforming in the game. There's not really a whole lot of reason to not just be holding shoot constantly to fly.
Whoa.
Through most of the game. Like, you move a little bit faster, so it would move you through the game faster, but... Like, it's a neat idea to have the game be a combination platformer and shmup. But... Well, Robbie Ribby did that too. But, yeah, there's not a whole lot of reason to be platforming.
Yeah, you might as well just always be airborne, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a little bit faster to platform, but
Feels better. I think it feels better to play when you're just airborne.
in the
With full control.
in that pyramid level, there was a little bit more utilization of the platforming, where you had to actually use it to move faster. But in this level and in most of the other levels, it wasn't really it wasn't required to be utilized.
Whoa!
That was cool. Oh, jeez, I got hit anyway. It was cool, though.
That was really good.
Oh, God. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like it...
Kind of wish I could shoot up
Yeah.
and in different directions.
I was gonna say this seems to be running a little light on the hell of the bullet hell.
Well,
until just now.
we are on the average difficulty.
We are.
We're on the last level now, so maybe it is starting to become a bit more hellish even on the average difficulty. I don't think that's really anything to complain about.
No. But I
Not
want
to say that you were, but
I want to know if you put it on the hardest difficulty, if that makes more bullets, or if you just take more damage or something. I want to know what happens. What the actual differences are.
I think that when you touch enemies, you don't get hurt. At least, well, most enemies. Like normal enemies, when you touch them, you don't get hurt. There's a lot of there are a decent amount of shmups that are like that.
Yeah, I think the rules are clearly enough communicated here. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, all we had to do is just back entirely away, and they just disappeared. All right, perfect.
The bullets are almost always that color, so you kind of just recognize them on sight. What is that? Speed?
Yeah, it's
speed.
We're gonna land on the ground, and then we're gonna quickly run through. Wow! Holy crap! That was exhilarating.
That was cool. That was cool. Oh, more sections like that. Put in just Dinosaur. Control C, Control V.
You know what might actually add to the impact of the game, add to the feel of the game, when you screen shake. Actually, in a bunch of places. Like whenever you hit one of these ducks, that would be a good place to add screen shake. But also when you get hit, like just to give a little more information to the player that they have been hit.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I'm hitting the game, it's hard to notice. It uses the auto bomb, and maybe just when you bomb, shake the screen. That would work too.
Yeah.
Because when you hit and you auto bomb,
Wait, you
well, you don't necessarily auto bomb at every difficulty. Oh, that's a lot of fucking bombs.
Wait, oh no!
How do I get that one?
Before you do it, before you do anything, I'm curious. I wonder if that changed. Is that too big? That's probably too big.
Yeah, just put it. Yeah, you can put it back.
Okay, we're playing this in windowed mode. I don't know what resolution this is, but look at that.
Yeah, it's not 1080.
No, it's what is it? I wonder. It looks like it's
Might be. It's probably not 720. It's probably smaller than 720.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's like it's aspect correct with 1920 by 1080.
Right.
So it's 640 by 360.
Oh, we gotta go under them. Okay, so we are utilizing platforming here.
I'm gonna guess 640 by 360. Am I right or am I wrong? Leave it in the comments, Dino.
I keep getting hit though.
Whoa! This is the final boss.
I think he is.
Dude, he's made of bones!
I'm bombing him.
You're made of bones, Joe.
Bombed.
Did you know? Did you know the average
human has a
200,000 bones in their body?
has a beast inside of them. It's called a skeleton. The most dastardly of demons.
Next time you're out and about walking,
Skeleton.
just try to imagine you don't have any skin. Just
What the hell? He turned into a rainbow guy. Holy crap.
I'm speechless.
That's terrifying. This attack is terrifying and fun to dodge, but terrifying. Oh, I got hit by it the last time. Alright,
You did it.
Pretty cool. The last boss does force you to use the platforming. I would have liked to see a little bit more of the utilization of the platform, because I think it's a neat idea, and it's something that hasn't been explored that much in shmups. Bangayo does it. Bangayo and Bangayo HD. Those are some of my favorite games of all time, actually. But it's the only game I can think of that is a little bit close to this in that way. But that doesn't really utilize the platforming so much either. But it's not really... yeah, and this is a little bit more deliberate, because you have a different control scheme when you're platforming and when you're not. The way that the character moves. But yeah, overall, I'm impressed. Oh, Ed wants to give it a shot here.
Oh, I thought WTHM stood for What the Hell Mode. It actually stands for Welcome to Hell Mode.
Oh.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Is that what you're playing?
Yes.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here on the last level.
Oh. My question was answered. Remember my question from before was, what's the difference? That's the difference.
Wow, they go fast. That's like Sekio style bullets. If you ever played a Sekio shmup.
Yeah. I mean, this is a minor quibble, but obviously...
Jesus Christ.
hitboxes, you know. Hitbox detection.
Press duck to continue playing. You've perished.
I assume you're using the entire bounding box as the hitbox for collisions. But then
I think that shark just takes all of your credits away in that second level.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go find out. Oh wait, can you?
We just exited the game.
I don't think there's a way to get back to the main menu. I hit the escape key and it closed the game. What I was gonna say let's go back to that level and figure out if we can defeat that shark duck.
I doubt it. He moved too fast, man. He was too fast.
He was too fast for the likes of us. All right, You think you just can't go down there?
I doubt it.
You doubt it that you just can't go down there?
I think it just kills you if you go down there.
All right, where was it? Tomb Island?
It was the Ocean Pier.
Ocean Pier. Let's. You
probably want to do average.
Yeah.
Or noob.
All my past girlfriends have described me as average or below average. So that is what we will go with. I just watched Arrested Development again after like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Damn good show after all this time. Even better with age, you know? Oh, that is wonky. You just don't do anything and this is what happens.
It's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
It doesn't necessarily take away from the gameplay, but it's not a control scheme that it's not a control scheme that I've ever experienced.
Look at his legs. That's goofy.
No. Yeah, another thing is that you can't see under the water. Maybe make the water a little bit transparent before you go under it. Have it maybe 80 or 90% transparency. Because sometimes you'll go under the water and you won't see the enemies. It would be kind of cool to be able to see the enemies before you go under the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
And then I guess you wouldn't animate the plants in the background when you're out of the water. I guess you could continue to... You know what?
That would get pretty complex, I guess.
It would get pretty complex. Maybe that's why he did it this way.
Yeah, one of the craziest things is every time you talk about any decision that was made on the developer's part, I guess, I mean, it's probably fair to assume that they've put in
a lot more time thinking about it than you.
Yeah, like they put in substantial amounts of time analyzing the problem. So
yeah.
Just stuff that just seems like obvious is actually done for very what's the word? Not intentive. Very not intentional.
Intentional. I think intentional is the correct
word.
Maybe. Intentional reason.
Yeah, like everything has been thought out. And nothing is done by mistake. Because if you do anything by mistake, your game doesn't run. And I've got plenty of evidence of that. Because we're working on a game. And every time I do something...
Hey, we're working on a game called Danmaku Ducks, so what the fuck, Dino? You know? We were trying to make a game called Danmaku Ducks.
Thought we were the only ones. Oh, no, you know what? We actually spell it differently. Ours is Danmaku. Danmaku Ducks.
What does that mean?
Danmaku Ducks. Danmaku. What is Danmaku?
Something with shmups. Because Dangun is bullet. I know that.
Oh, you know what? You're right, because Danganronpa is bullet something. That wasn't that helpful, but that's a game series that I like quite a lot. Where's this?
Never played it.
It's a visual novel. You won't like it.
Well, that's probably why I've never played it.
I mean, okay. Here's something that Joe will never tell you. Joe's favorite pastime, aside from video games, is reading.
Should we bring up the lie counter? All right, here's the shirk.
Now, do you think I can get around him?
I think you can't. I'm going to say that you can't.
Okay, do you think he's active when you're not underwater?
No, I don't think he's active. You have to go underwater for him to be active. He ain't doing nothing right now.
Oh!
Hey, good luck, man. He's doing a big Bertha here from Super Mario Brothers 3. You can't get under there. There's no way.
He's doing a cheap.
All right.
It's okay. I got this, dude. I got this. They used to call me...
You got to go around the tail on the other side. You know you move faster when you're on the ground.
You're right. Back when I was a young lad, they used to call me Steve Irwin Jr. because I was so skilled with wild animals. Observe.
Alright, get out. Alright, can you move? Are you trapped?
No. I had this animal exactly where I want him.
You killed him! I thought you couldn't move for a second there.
And they used to call me the Steve Irwin Whisperer. I was so skilled.
So I wonder if the shark is supposed to be able to come that far out of the water. I wonder if that's intentional.
Probably not.
But it seems unintentional. It seems odd that the shark would be able to come out of the water and just float around like that.
That also seems like an incredibly finicky thing to have to code.
It does.
Based on my very, very limited experience with Game Maker, I would not want to take on that.
It's not that limited anymore, sir.
No, it's really not.
But
what the hell is it? Oh, it's just that. I would not want to take on the task of trying to limit that shark.
We actually have not seen this boss yet.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because we kept getting, I kept getting killed by the shark because I would foolishly go down and attempt to bathe with him. That's right, bathe. I brought my soap, my towels.
So, okay, I remember earlier. Oh, why did I do that? I remember earlier I said I'm kind of digging the number system for the health. Instead of being just a health bar, you actually have a hard value.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
It's interesting. It's an interesting way to go about it. Some games do it like that.
I've never seen another game that does it quite like this, though. Have you?
Yes.
You have?
Well, maybe not with the numbers directly above the hit points of the boss. I can't remember. I keep thinking of Alien Soldier for Mega Drive.
Oh.
aka Sega Genesis, but it never came out in the States.
Oh.
But it's an old treasure game, and it actually gives you the option to choose what kind of life bars you want in the game, and one of the options is just to choose the numbers, the raw numbers, and you can choose it for every aspect of the game. It's like enemy life, your magic power, or whatever your power is in that game. I haven't played it in a very long time, but you can really, really customize the bars in that game.
Press duck. By duck, you mean enter.
So I think we've seen everything in the game now.
I think so.
So I really appreciate the level select mode. So thanks for that, Dino.
Quite nice.
I had fun.
I have to say the presentation, I'm down with that. I'm down with the presentation.
It's on itch.io. It's pay what you want, or it's free. If you just want to download it, try it out.
That's my favorite amount to pay. Actually.
So thanks for the game, Dino Storm.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching GS.
That was a lot of fun. We'll see you next time. Joe, bring it in for a kiss. Bring it in, baby.